What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. Today we're talking about multi-purpose needle nose electrical pliers. In my last video I was showing these Kleins. They're in my HVAC troubleshooting bag, and I thought I'd do a comparison between these three that I have, which are three very popular versions of these style of pliers. You got the Klein, the Milwaukee, and the Knipex. I use all three of them for different tasks. Like I said, this Klein one, it's in my HVAC troubleshooting bag. It is my favorite one. It's just the most solid. It has really the most features. It's the most well made. Like, to me, it feels like it's gonna last the longest. It's the sturdiest. It's made out of the strongest steel. It's got good cutters, good strippers. You know, it's got needle nose. They're all needle nose. These ones are maybe a little fatter than the others, but that's okay. You can still make a loop with some wire really well with these. I like these journeyman handles on the Kleins. It's kind of a hard plastic. It's got a little rubbery texture, but not super sticky rubber. That's something about these Milwaukees that I'm not a big fan of. But these Kleins have the crimper. They do your 632 and 832 screws. You need to cut a little machine screw for a fixture or a box or something. Thread them in and cut them. It does a real good job of cutting them. The crimpers work very, very well. They're probably the best crimpers I've used on a pair of pliers like this that wasn't a pair of crimping pliers, like real crimping pliers, the long kind. They're probably the best version of these kind of crimpers I've ever used. They do work very well. Overall, these are the best ones for the money, I think. I think they're probably around 40 bucks nowadays. I think I paid 35 for them, but these days, with everything being expensive, they're probably 40. And I'll leave part numbers in the description for these. These Kleins, I think I bought them at Home Depot. These Milwaukees, I know I bought at Home Depot. And I think I paid $20 for these. Now, these Milwaukees, they're cheaper than the Kleins for a reason. They feel cheaper. They are not as high quality. Definitely not. The handles are not as nice. My big problem with them is these cutters. I've had to, I don't know if you can see on here, but I messed these cutters up cutting like just some hard, like heavier gauge wire. Like, I think maybe I cut like some 8 gauge Romex or something. And I was trying to cut it, and it kind of made a dent, and I had to file it down and sharpen it a little bit. So that was kind of disappointing. They're kind of soft metal compared to the Kleins. But they're the same style of stripper, which they have the stripper kind of in the middle of this fat jaw, and that takes some getting used to. These Kleins have it too, where it's kind of hard to tell where the wire is. You gotta kind of look before you close it, and you know, that can be, it takes some getting used to for sure. But they do strip, they do cut, so that's good. They still work. They're just cheap. They're not my favorite. But if you are on a budget, I would buy these again. I mean, if I didn't have a big tool budget and I wanted some very versatile electrical pliers, these are solid. Just, you gotta be careful with them, especially when you're cutting. Be careful what you cut with these, because they do kind of not take abuse very well. And their needle nose are okay. They have the spring, and I don't mind the spring, especially if I'm up on a ladder. I use these for hanging light fixtures. That's what the kit that they're in is, the light fixture hanging kit. And or doing ballast, like replacing ballast and fluorescent fixtures, stuff like that. They're good for these. Sometimes I just like to have the spring. If I'm up on a ladder, it kind of just makes it easier to do things one-handed. Some people hate it. I like both kinds are okay for me. But these cutters aren't that great. These cutters, these Klein cutters, they just, like, I don't know if you can tell the way that video is, but they're so much easier. Like, these don't cut as smoothly as these Kleins. Kleins are just real easy. Now, let's talk about these Knipex. They are very high quality. You pay for it. I think these are $50. I bought them on Amazon. They have really high quality German steel, and the German engineering is there. They're nice. They really, really are nice. They cut like no problem. This is 14 gauge Romex, 14.2. They have the shear kind, just like the Milwaukee, but these cutters are much heavier duty than the Milwaukee, like way more. I still believe that these Kleins cut smoother. That's just me. But these make cutting bigger cable too, which I don't have any of right now. But cutting bigger cable, these will cut them easier than the Kleins will, just because of the design. You can get the way they're curved, you can get something big in there, and they'll shear it. They do a really good job, I must say. And they just have 14 and 12. That's what you can strip with these. And they do a good job of doing that. Oh, I almost shut my camera off. But if you have these, I would suggest, like, if you're an electrician, like just an electrician, you're putting in switches and outlets and hanging fixtures, and all you really are going to use most of the time is going to be 14 or 12 anyway. These really, like, you can take these and, you know, Phillips and flat multi-screwdriver or whatever, and you can do a lot with just these. You're gonna pay for them. They have good needle nose. One thing I don't really love is the way these needle nose, like, I want it to focus, but there's no teeth on the end of these needle nose. They're just smooth. Now maybe that's by design, but like these Kleins, they've got teeth all the way to the end. I'm not really sure. If you know, maybe let me know in the comments why they would not have any teeth at the end and just have teeth going up to about here. I'd be interested to know that. Like, they stop right there and it's just flat. But I just keep these in the pouch that I use for grab the pouch, go replace light switches, go replace outlets, replace breakers, like my electrical device kit. That's what these stay in. And I've had them for a couple months. They're not too dirty or anything. I don't get them very dirty. But they work very well. They were expensive. I don't know if I would buy these again because I just don't think they're worth the extra money. They're not worth more to me than these Kleins are. You can buy these Kleins and have all the features that you need and be good to go to do whatever. Like, if you work on air, like I do a lot of different stuff, so these are perfect. I could work on air conditioners with these, you know, you like thermostat wires, it'll strip thermostat wire. Something you can't really do with these. I know you can just use a knife for thermostat wire, but yeah, it's nice to be able to strip it too. So these are very versatile. They're good for all kinds of stuff. These are just in the electrical world, like 14 and 12. They got a crimper that works okay. I don't think it's as good as the Klein crimper. That's the crimper. It's all right. They have good cutters. They have a good handle. Like this kind of soft grip handle is a lot better than the Milwaukee. I still wish I would have got the handle, like the Knipex handle like this. I don't know why I didn't. I should have. These are the cutters I have, and I like that kind of handle better. But these are good, and I'm not getting rid of them. I like them, but damn, it hurts your wallet. It hurts the wallet. So if I could only buy one, I would buy these Kleins for sure. And if I could buy two, I'd buy these Kleins and these Milwaukees. Because the Milwaukees do their job still. They do a good job. I use them all the time. And they're good. I don't have anything horrible to say about them except for those cutters. Oh, and they do have a reamer. They advertise that as like a reamer for conduit. I don't know how much really reaming you'd be doing with that if you were actually working with a lot of conduit. You'd probably have a separate pipe reamer. But these are very, very nice. I wouldn't buy these again. I'm glad I have them, I guess, because they're really very fancy. They're very nice, but they're just, I don't think they're worth the money. So if you're in the market for some multi-purpose electrical pliers, I hope that this gave you a little bit of an idea of what each one is like. You know, here in the real world, sometimes it's really great to have a pair of multi-purpose pliers and a multi-screwdriver to go and just take care of something. You know, like we all probably like to use regular needle nose, regular cutters, regular crimpers, and just have the right tool. But sometimes if you can have it all in one, it really helps out. So that's my review of these three. Again, I'll put part numbers in the description, and let me know in the comments if you like one or the other better. If you have a disagreement with the way I kind of rank these, let me know. So thanks for watching.